Unseen. Florida, most amazing places and hidden gems. No one talks about travel guide. When you think of Florida, what comes to mind? Theme parks, crowded beaches, and retirees in golf carts? Sure, that's part of it, but it's barely scratching the surface. Beneath the glossy tourist layer lies a completely different Florida. Mysterious, wild, and full of hidden treasures that locals guard like secrets. From crystal clear springs where manatees glide silently past you, to ghost towns swallowed by jungle, to beaches where wild horses still roam free. This is the Florida most travelers never see. So forget the roller coasters for a while. We're heading off the map to discover the real magic of the Sunshine State. The kind that doesn't come with a ticket line or a souvenir stand. Blowing Rocks Preserve. At first glance, it looks like a peaceful stretch of a beach, but wait for the tide to rise. And suddenly, the ocean transforms into a spectacular show. Waves crash into ancient limestone rock formations, sending seawater shooting into the air like geysers. That's why they call it Blowing Rocks. It's one of the few places in Florida where you can actually feel the raw power of the Atlantic, untamed and dramatic. Walking the trails nearby, you'll find sea grapes, mangroves, and hidden coves where you can sit in silence, just listening to the water's rhythm. Visit at high tide for the full effect, and don't forget to bring your camera. Though no photo can capture the thunder of that spray when the ocean decides to breathe. Cedar Key. Far up on Florida's Gulf Coast lies Cedar Key, a small island town that feels like it was left behind by time. And that's exactly what makes it special. No big resorts, no chain stores, just pastel cottages, pelicans, and the scent of salt and oysters. Locals ride golf carts, fishermen haul in the day's catch, and you can watch sunsets that look like oil paintings across the water. Cedar Key is what Key West must have been a century ago. Raw, relaxed, and quietly poetic. Sit on a dock with a cold drink, watch dolphins swim past, and feel your heartbeat slow down. It's a reminder that sometimes, the best parts of Florida aren't found on any map. They're found when you stop rushing and just let the tide carry you. Devil's Den. You'd never guess that behind a simple wooden gate in rural Florida lies a prehistoric secret. Devil's Den is a natural underground spring inside a massive sinkhole with crystal clear blue water and shafts of sunlight pouring through a hole in the ceiling. The name sounds ominous, but step inside and it's pure wonder. Steam rises from the water on cool mornings, giving it that devil's breath. Look, early explorers must have seen divers and snorkelers love it here. It's like floating through another world, surrounded by fossilized rock that's millions of years old. It's deep, eerie, and mesmerizing all at once. If you want a Florida experience that feels otherworldly, this is it. Kousa Hatchee Creeks Preserve. While most people zip past Fort Myers on their way to the beaches, a quiet wilderness sits just minutes away, waiting to surprise you. The Kousa Hatchee Creeks Preserve is a labyrinth of wooden boardwalks weaving through cypress swamps, oak hammocks, and calm backwaters. You'll hear frogs croaking, see turtles basking, and maybe spot a gator or two from a safe distance. The light filtering through Spanish moss here is cinematic, golden, soft, and dreamlike. What makes it magical is the solitude. It's one of those rare places where you can actually hear nature breathe. Bring bug spray, slow your pace, and let Florida show you its softer, wilder side. Bok Tower Gardens. High atop Iron Mountain, one of the state's highest points, though it's barely 300 feet above sea level, stands Bok Tower, a majestic Art Deco carillon, surrounded by lush gardens and koi ponds. It's a place designed for peace. The tower itself sings literally with bells that echo through the gardens several times a day. Built in the 1920s as a gift of beauty to the world, it's still exactly that, an oasis away from the chaos. As you stroll through the winding paths, you'll find secret benches, flowering azaleas, and reflections that make you stop and just breathe. The world feels slower here, softer. And maybe that's the point. Not every treasure needs to dazzle, some just need to soothe. St. Mark's National Wildlife Refuge. If Florida has a soul, it might live somewhere inside the St. Mark's Wildlife Refuge. Stretching along the Gulf, this protected landscape is a vast expanse of salt marshes, pine forests, and tidal flats teeming with life. The old lighthouse standing stoically by the water has watched over this wild coastline for more than a century, and the view from its base is spellbinding. Endless water, endless sky. Visit at sunrise, and you'll see the marsh come alive with egrets, spoonbills, and deer moving through the mist. This isn't tourist Florida. It's the kind of place that humbles you, where silence feels sacred, and the air smells like salt and pine. Cassadaga. Yep, you read that right. Florida has an entire town founded by spiritualists, and it's still going strong. Cassadaga is a tiny, unassuming community where nearly every resident claims psychic or healing abilities. Stroll down its quiet streets, and you'll see cottages with hand-painted signs offering palm readings, tarot, and aura photography. But even if you're a skeptic, the energy here feels different. Calm, introspective, a little strange in the best way. There's a small hotel, a spiritualist camp, and a labyrinth for meditation. Come with an open mind and leave with a good story. Whether you believe in magic or not, Cassadaga has its own mysterious pull. Rainbow Springs. One of Florida's oldest natural attractions, Rainbow Springs is a vision of liquid glass. The water here is so clear you can see the shadows of fish dancing across the sandy bottom. The springs are framed by waterfalls, lush gardens, and trails that look painted with sunlight. Locals come here to float, snorkel, and escape the heat, but somehow it still feels like a secret. On a sunny day, the light refracting through the water turns it into liquid turquoise, almost unreal. Jump in, and the water's cool enough to jolt you back to life. There's nothing quite like swimming in a spring that feels untouched by time. Blountstown's Ghost Railroad Trail. Hidden in Florida's Panhandle, this trail follows the path of an old railroad that once hauled lumber through the region. Today, it's a quiet corridor through the woods, perfect for hiking or biking. With old bridges and ghostly remnants of the past peeking through the trees, every bend feels like it has a story. Rusted rails, weathered signs, and echoes of engines long gone. The beauty of it is in the simplicity. Just you, the forest, and the whispers of history. And if you stop for a moment and listen, you might almost hear the trains still rolling through the pines. If this glimpse into Florida's hidden side made you see the Sunshine State in a new light, hit that like button, subscribe for more travel adventures, and share this video with someone who still thinks Florida is all theme parks and traffic. There's so much more out there. Rivers glowing under moonlight, islands without roads, springs that look like bottled light. The real Florida isn't always loud or famous. It's wild, quiet, and waiting for those who take the time to look closer. So go find your piece of it, and let the secret side of the Sunshine State surprise you.